It's time for Geocache Talk. At work, in the car, or wherever you are, we hope you enjoy this show about the great geocaching. If you're watching live on YouTube, you can be part of the adventure tonight in the chat room and participate with others as they watch the show. If you are listening later, please give it a like and subscribe on your favorite podcasting app so that you can get all of the weekly Geocache Talk goodness.
Big thanks to the Travel Bugs for the music and our featured patrons, Scout Mom 5, Anspire Crew, Scrabble Hounds, Jinxer05, Float Your Goat, Just B, Baker 6 Clan, Little Black Dog, Irish Allen, R Cool, and PJ Cool 711. If you'd like to become a patron, head on over to patreon.com/geocache talk for more details. Patrons get the new blackout coin, and Jesse, I forgot my blackout coin because there it is. There it is. There it is. Yes. The now famous blackout coin.
Famous, yes.
Famous, I guess. Another geocaching items during the year as well as bonus content, invites to special events, and we'll talk a little bit about a special event that just completed. And talk about other stuff here in a minute with special announcements. But we have special events only for patrons. Support levels start at as little as nano level now, which is $1 a month. Throw us a buck and join the patrons. Let me welcome my co-host Jesse.
Good evening. I'm glad I'm here, but I wish I was there. So,
right. Well, welcome back. By the way,
thank you.
We missed you as you were in Vegas.
I was, yeah. Sometimes life does get in the way of our geocaching, which really shouldn't be, right?
Right. The bright lights. We got to see your daughter, and
yeah, not that Vegas. I was in the other Vegas.
Yeah, you were.
Technically, I wasn't even in Vegas. I was in Paradise, Nevada, which is where UNLV is. So
there you go. And she's doing great. She's at UNLV, and she's enjoying college life, from what I understand.
Right. She hasn't actually realized yet that she is going to start hiding caches for me in Vegas. So
there you go. Perfect. Well, she's a geocacher. She'll be fine with that.
That's right. That's right.
Absolutely. Well, let's jump right into show 173 as we discuss Mingo Madness Mega live from Mingo. We're actually in Colby, but I wanted to throw another M in there. But
that's right.
We got a live audience, so everybody say something. Hey! There they are.
I'm sure people were wondering why it sounds like you're in an echo chamber.
Yeah,
now they understand. You're in a large room, so
I will explain. Yeah,
but there's a reason you're there. So
yeah. No, the person coughing you were hearing was Juan. He's sitting right there. He's coughing up a lung over here, so I think he's okay.
It's almost like y'all have been wearing yourself thin out all weekend. Something.
We have. There's the crew. So anyway, yep. We actually have an extra camera for the crew over there, but Juan is. He's kind of on the. You're kind of on there, buddy, a little bit, but all right. We're at a sleep-in. We're at the Host Hotel. We're not sleeping in, but we're at the sleep-in. We're at the Host Hotel for Mingo Madness, and we have a lot of great announcements tonight. And this is the Host Hotel, as I mentioned, and they graciously let us use their location because it's colder out there than this Texas boy can handle. So we didn't do it outdoors. We decided to do it indoors. So there's snow on the ground. I mean, come on. Well, not really. There was snow on the ground. Exactly. Right. Terraviator is a sleepover. Yeah. We're going to have a giant sleepover, buddy. Anyway, so that's what we're doing. We're in Colby, Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
That's the site of Mingo Madness. How far do you think we are from Mingo? What do you think, guys, gals?
12 miles.
About 12, 13 miles. So about 12, 13 miles from the cache.
The oldest living cache.
The oldest active cache in the world. We've had a great time so far this week. I think most of the planning crew has been here since Friday, and we've had a lot of great meetings. We'll talk more about that here in a minute, but let's do a little news, Jesse, if you would, sir.
I think we should. So I want to start off by mentioning that we have a new blog post up on geocachetalk.com.
Yes.
And it's a pretty neat one, and I have not commented on it yet. I've looked through it, but I have not commented on it yet because I have to compose my answer.
There you go.
That will tease some people a little bit, but it's about the 4 ways we go geocaching, and there is a question at the end, and he's gathering information, and there's a reason he's gathering information, but I'm not going to give it away. So you have to go on the blog post to check it out.
Yeah, very, very cool. It was
Oscar and Count is the
Oscar and Count.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And we continue to have people sending in their information and really just adding to that blog, telling their story. Everybody out there has at least one cool story. So we want to get them all out there.
Yeah. Thank you so much to Angie for being our blog manager and getting the blog post every month. She collects all that. She helps people get the blogs done, and it's been tremendous. We've had such great blogs, and it's really been a blessing to have Angie take care of managing those blogs for us. So
yeah, absolutely.
Shout out to GeoJangie for that. So
yeah, she continues to do a great job. And again, we want to get your stories. Keep sending them in to her. You already hear Gary and I's stories every week.
Yeah,
we tell our stories live, right? So we want to hear your stories. So keep sending those in. We want to keep that blog active.
Yes. And so another quick news note is that the 4th annual Podcast of Hope is coming up December 1st.
Mm-hmm.
And we are already at 4%, Jesse,
I know.
our goal. So that's awesome. I'm glad we got sort of a start because we're going to raise $5,000 for St. Jude during that period of time. It's going to be great. We've already got several of our shows of our all-star lineup set. We've got some others. We're working on some other ones. Obviously, we're going to have a lot of great blocks of shows, if you want to think of it that way, of the 8. But
over 8 hours.
8 straight hours. We do it 8 straight
hours.
Yes. And we don't stop. We don't take breaks.
You know what? It would be a great event even if we weren't raising money for St. Jude.
Yes.
There's so much packed into there. And obviously there's going to be prizes. We give away prizes every year and all that. But we want to keep focus on the fact that this is the one time a year we get to really give back as geocachers and our whole group and family and everything else. And I can't think of a better way to do it than Podcast of Hope. And every year the audience continues to surprise us with the amount they're willing to give and help people out that they may never have met and may never ever meet. So it's amazing every year. So I just thanks ahead of time because I have faith that everybody's going to pitch in again this year. So.
No, absolutely. Happy Hodag. Yes, absolutely. Share the Podcast Hope link with 1,000 people. Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
It's live. It's up there. If you want to give early, you can, and it goes toward our final total. Obviously, all the money goes to St. Jude. We don't touch any of it. It goes straight.
100% of it goes straight to them.
100% goes to them, and we'll talk more as we get closer to that date. But yes, absolutely. We're even starting to bring on a lot more people who want to give to everyone who's giving, and which is kind of cool. So we got some great prizes that people have provided already. Mm-hmm. We're going to have a sort of a KLRN prize level. If you give so much to St. Jude, you'll get a prize pack from people who want to give back to you for giving to them. So anyway,
besides that, we don't really have any. We're not going to really go over it much tonight because it has been covered a lot in the geocaching media lately. But the GIF events are coming up, so definitely search those up if you haven't. GIF, GIF, whatever you call it, right? But those events are coming up. So if there's one near you, it's too late to host one now. But if there's one near you, go to it, have fun, get to see those videos. Those are always a lot of fun. So don't forget that those are coming up here real soon.
Yeah, catch a GIF event. Those are fun. Good GIF, as Caching in the Northwest always says. Yeah. All right. Well, let's dive in. What do you think, Jesse? Let's get into it.
I think it's time because I've only been getting updates all weekend. We've only been contacting over the phone. So now I'm just as excited to hear what you're going to mess up and accidentally announce.
Well, I can't do that anymore, but I am going to get just to make sure I don't say something wrong. He can hit me in the ribs. But Ryan, come on up, buddy.
Yeah, once it's out, though, it's out. He can punch you in the ribs, but it's already out by then. So
yeah, well, that's probably true. But hey, buddy.
Hello.
Good to have you here with us.
We haven't eaten enough this weekend. So.
Oh gosh, I ate too much. I actually had to skip dinner. I wasn't feeling too hot. We ate so much at lunch, so I needed a break.
You had the second piece of cake.
I did have a second piece of cake. We're eating our way around Colby. It's for you people. We're going to let you know what we like and we don't like sometime later on down the road. But we have had, I think, some great food.
Yes,
we have.
Gary, I think the audience thanks you for making such a sacrifice that you're trying out all that food.
Absolutely, it's for the people. Is why I'm doing this.
Right,
I got my
you're a giver. You're such a giver.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Although, all joking aside, that is one of the most important things around a mega is food.
Yes,
so you've already got a winner if you have good food in town.
Absolutely. I have been blown away, to be honest with you. And it's not just because I'm part of the group, the Mingo Madness group. I really have been blown away by Colby. Colby so far has been very gracious. The people have been great. Everyone we met with, they are turning into a geocaching town overnight. They really are. They're very excited about this event coming up. And, we're going to be able to provide some stuff tonight. So, I don't know. Should we go ahead and give at least the first announcement? We can kind of move on from.
I don't think people want announcements.
No announcements? Okay. Skip the announcements. We're moving on.
That's the end of the show.
That's it. Good night, everybody. No. All right. So.
No announcements?
Yeah.
I can't use my banner yet? Oh, okay. I'll take it away. Okay.
All right. Let's do it. Let's do the first one. What are you saying? I'm so excited about the first one. So. You want to bring up the banner, Jesse?
Woo! Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Now we need to get rid of that annoying sound that you have and add the little breaking news.
I'm sorry. Yeah. We'll come up with some better stuff. So
okay. Before we run everybody off, let's just go ahead and make the announcement.
Drum roll? Yeah. We need a drum roll. Very good. So yes, home cooking at restaurants in okay, I'll stop there. All right.
Quit teasing them.
So,
I know there's been a lot of talk about it.
There is. For the second time in the last 5 years, the GPS Adventure Maze is back in the U.S., and it will be at Colby, Kansas, the Mingo Madness Mega. So the maze is here, and we're very excited to have the maze again. Again, it's only the second time in 5 years it's ever been in the U.S. It's been in Canada. It's been overseas. We're very fired up about it.
Now it's right in the center of the country, so anybody that missed it in Texas can make it to Kansas.
Sherry's nice. Yes, it is.
I like Tom's message.
What was Tom's?
I didn't even know.
They even lost their minds about 137 shows ago. Yes.
No, further down. He already put it up there. But yes, I believe that was the first piece of news that we are super excited about. And of course, we know that that's going to call for more volunteers. Definitely looking at a lot of things. The city is happy every time we tell them something new. the stuff we're telling you tonight, it's even going to be more stuff tomorrow. So keep an eye on Facebook pages because we have a big meeting with the mayor and everybody tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we have we're meeting with a lot of the local community folks. We've already met with several, and we'll kind of mention those here in a minute. But yeah, so excited about the maze coming back, and it is it's going to be great. We have been in contact with the owners of the current maze, and they're fired up about having it show up again. And so it's going to be here. I mean, if you don't have the icon, if you've never gotten the icon, if you always wondered what is that item on my dashboard, there are people who just haven't gotten it yet, haven't had a chance, and so they'll get a chance here. So definitely mark your will attend, at least for the mega. The pin for GPS Maze, the actual event, will be out.
yes, HQ has to do the final.
Yeah.
The final check the box and everything like that. But the GPS Maze crew has told us we have it. It will be here for the second time.
Yeah.
And so.
It will be a little bit different, RCAP Brain, yes. What they do is every time they are going to bring the maze, if they ever, when they bring the maze out, panels are changed. The configuration obviously has changed. And so a lot of the information, some of the panels stay the same, but some of the panels will change. And so, it'll be different. And, it's just fun. It's just fun to have the maze. There'll be things where we're planning on trying to have similar thing, but not similar. We're going to try to have things outside of the maze.
We're still working on all the extras and stuff like that, but the maze will be here. You will be able to get. I see a question about some swag. There will probably be some extra swag.
Yes,
we will have the actual maze coin. There is one that travels with it, and we will have one just for
Mingo
this visit. Yes.
Yeah. That's a very good question.
But the maze just adds that extra bit, so now it's a mega plus.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're already putting 20% more people in town. Let's bring some more.
Absolutely. Yeah, might as well.
We're at 541.
I got to change the slide.
Yeah, and keep in mind we're at 541, and that event is not till the middle of next year.
6 months from now.
Do we want to talk about hotel rooms at this point? Because that's probably a good time. So we want to give you guys an update. We met with the Sleep Inn, and she pulled up all the information about the Sleep Inn. If you want to give some information.
The Sleep Inn, as a lot of people have contacted the hotel, they found out that the Sleep Inn is very full.
It's a nice hotel, by the way. It's
a beautiful hotel. We had a tour of it yesterday, and actually,
looks brand
Juan
new.
is actually staying here this weekend. The rest of us, I'm staying in. I don't remember where I'm staying in this weekend. The Days Inn this weekend.
I'm in Hampton.
Not only am I just eating my way through town, I'm staying every time I come out
Sleeping
here.
his way through town.
Well, that didn't sound right.
That's Ryan. He's sleeping his way around Colby.
And yes, John, we are working on that one also.
Yes.
For RV, the owner of one of the closest RV places is actually in the crowd this evening. We will be putting her information up on the website this week.
Wave to us. There she is.
So yes, we will not forget the RV and tents. We are also looking at other places close to town and everywhere else.
Yep. So, get you set up for that.
But all the hotels, if you go to the website, Mingo 2020, they will have the hotels that have things for us currently. Tomorrow, we are talking to all the other hotels. In our meeting that we are having tomorrow, we have, I think it was 7 or 8 of the different hotels you can be present. So if they haven't answered our phone calls, we'll see them tomorrow. And we will be getting websites. And that's one of the other things, being being out here in Mingo or out here in Colby, a lot of them don't actually have websites.
Yes.
But I know the first one jumped on with a website with a link, and I don't have all of them memorized, but they are on the Mingo 2020 page.
Yeah. Yes, RCAP Brain. There are more than you would probably kind of realize. That this is sort of a stop, in a sense, on I-70. So there are quite a few.
When they shut down I-70 quite often, and this is one of the first cities that they shut down. So, because remember, you're out here in the middle of Kansas. There's no hills to stop the snow, so it's the highway will stop it. So they shut down the highway quite often. So they definitely make sure that they keep.
Yeah. So tent camping. I don't know. Ryan,
That's one thing we're talking tomorrow with the fairgrounds.
Yeah,
we're talking to them
fairgrounds.
tomorrow about that.
We're talking to them tomorrow.
Grant, you don't have any tent camping out there, do you?
Do you have tent camping?
Oh, yeah.
She does? Oh, good.
So yes, there is some tent camping now. The campground we're talking about, you are over in Goodland. It's a little bit of a distance, but
No, not too bad.
it's about 25 minutes. She came to the show tonight, so and she was at the event last night, so it's not that bad.
35 miles, and we're right there where there's a lot of the top caches.
Oh, I know. They are.
There you go.
Yeah, you've got Mount Sunflower, and you've got Three Corners, you've got a Rickery, another May of 2000 cache.
There you go. It's about halfway to all the other good caches out there in
So-
West Kansas. So
I do want to point out what she just said. She's a local, and how did she pronounce that cache, Gary?
It is a Rickery. Yeah,
Okay.
you are right.
Making sure. Okay.
Going
You
up.
didn't try.
It is. I know. Yes, you are correct, Jesse.
Just saying.
Going
You
on the
don't want to
record.
just write the name of a cache right in front of a
Did your
local.
head
That's
just-
not very
did
smart.
your head just get bigger, or did you move closer to the camera?
Yeah, his head got a lot bigger when he realized he was right.
I'm not even moving. It's just getting bigger.
He guessed, and he guessed right. Let's put it that way. Come on now.
Oh, come on now.
All right, let's do another announcement. We're rolling. Let's do another one.
Sounds good. What's
Let's
next?
do it.
So we're not. So the main event is Saturday, May 2nd. Is it somewhere around 8 to noon ish, somewhere in that range? But it doesn't stop there. No, it does not. We have a possibility. We don't have any full plans yet for the Thursday, but we have a possibility of a Thursday event that'll be very cool. They've been Lori and Ryan are working on an event for that. Possibilities. Lori's looking at me like, what?
Oh, I know what you're talking
She knows what I'm talking about. But the other ones we do know for sure. So if you come in on Wednesday, there may be something for everybody for Thursday. That's what I'm saying. Friday for sure. Friday night we have sort of a meet and greet event. Plus, we're going to do a Kansas finishers event, finishers event, sort of like they do it down in Texas. So if you get all the counties in Kansas, find a cache in all the counties, then they're going to do a finishers event, sort of like they do in Texas. So that'll be a lot of fun. Open, of course, to everybody to come watch and see all that. But it'll be part of the Friday night event.
Yep.
We are going to do a Saturday night event as well. And the exciting part is that we have secured a location for both those events. They are going to be at the Cooper Barn. And if you're not familiar with Cooper Barn, do a little Google search on Cooper Barn.
It's big.
It's big. In fact,
Jesse, do you have that video?
it is the largest.
Did you send that to me?
Yeah,
You did.
I sent it
It's
to
a Geocache Talk.
No.
But anyway, yeah. So the Cooper Barn is the largest barn in Kansas.
Yep.
And it is awesome. We pulled up your phone. That'll be good enough. That'll work great. So we met with them today out at the Prairie History Museum, and it is going to be. We got to tour it. It is a fabulous event.
There's a
So
picture of the actual barn.
there's the barn. It is enormous.
Is it blurry? There, is that
See.
better?
Here.
Let me go to the video. So I took a panoramic video. There's another picture of the front of the barn at least.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Don't want to delete photos here. All right. Let's see here.
Well, you missed it. Nope, you missed it. Nope, you missed it. Nope, you missed it. Nope, you missed it.
There
it
you
is.
There's Gary.
Hey, that's me. Cool.
And that's just how, that's where we're going to do theirs. I know Tom asked about beer because Tom would never ask about beer.
Of course not.
We are looking at a cash bar on the Friday night or on the Saturday night event, not the Friday night. So we are looking at that. We are also going to have opportunities of other activities going on downstairs. Yes, that is one of the
eight architectural wonders of
Kansas.
Kansas. So yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, very cool. It was very impressive. In fact, there's some video pictures inside of there when they moved the barn. That is impressive.
Yeah, they have a banner of when they moved it, the highways they had to shut down, and the 18-wheelers with the double
I-beam,
that thing down, 150-ton barn going down the highway. So it took them 3 days to travel. I think it was 18 miles to bring it to that location, but it's a humongous barn.
Yeah.
Like I said, the video you just saw, for those who weren't watching, who are listening to this on replay, it is the biggest barn I've ever seen.
It's incredible, and it is very solid. And we went up the top part, and yeah, oh, absolutely. Thank you, Patrick. Yes. So we're working on all the smaller details for those two events, but very excited about having those. So we're going to have a lot. I think some people are thinking that this mega would be smaller. You come in, you leave. I mean, you can, but you're going to miss a lot because we're going to have a lot planned for that. So, and we sort of like the Thursday event is sort of we're not sure about Thursday. Oh yeah, the American Inn. Yeah,
they sold it. We just found that out today. They're probably gonna be tearing it down because it took too much. If I won the lottery, I would buy it. But
stop it. Nobody wants to hear about any of that stuff. Yeah, the sort of similar to the Thursday is sort of in the works. A Sunday one is also kind of in the works. We don't have any more true details on that, but yeah. Well, I assume you're going to be a vendor, right, Sean? You coming, buddy? Right, buddy? Yeah,
we'll be getting letters in the email very soon for the vendors. We just finalized that, the sponsorship and the vendors. We just finished that memo. It should be going out to any and all people who want to come out and participate or support the event.
Yeah. Now the Saturday event is going to be at the community center.
Community building? Yes.
Community building in town. It's a nice sized building. Actually, it doesn't sound like it is, but it really is. We got to tour it yesterday. There was a basketball game going on.
It's the local community college had their basketball game in there. So it's definitely a big area.
Good size for vendors and for everything that we want to put in a mega. It's got a lot of parking. We're not going to have issues with parking. Yeah, a lot of parking. So we're not going to have issues with that. We're not going to have an issue with the location is great. It's got several rooms. It's got meeting rooms. I guess Jesse could do a Where I Go event or Where I Go talk
like that.
You gonna do a Where I Go talk maybe? So
I will always talk about anything. So it doesn't
always talk. Yes, Jesse.
But it does. It has a lot of. It's really a good size, and so that's gonna be great. So that'll be Saturday.
And we are looking at breakout sessions during that. So we've already been in contact with some other people. It won't just be Jesse talking.
That's okay. It can just be me talking. I'll just ramble on for 8 hours and see how many people hang out.
Now, if you're wondering, we kind of have, and we'll give you more details as we get closer, but
For another show.
that's for another show, I think, is, there you go. Yes, drinking coffee tonight because I need some coffee. We did go out to Mingo. Oh, she's going to bring her drink up. There you go. Jesse can do an Earth Cash class.
How do I kick him out of here?
We did go out yesterday to Mingo. And of course, a lot of people, when they think Mingo, they think there's a cache there. I've never found it. I really want to find it, so forth. But there's a little community there. It's really tiny. It's a tiny little community.
It's 5 houses.
Yes, yeah. We met with the Mingo Bible Church, which is down the road. If anybody came to the 15-year event, they made the cookies. They're the cookie folk.
They are.
And they make great cookies. But anyway, we met with them, and
it's all about the food.
It's all about the food, buddy. But they were very nice. We met with them for a little while, and I think people forget there's people that live in Mingo. We just don't think of it that way because we just don't, but there's a little community there. They're fired up. They're excited. We're hoping to do something on a Saturday afternoon at the church. They had this crazy thing that they wanted to bring out for this event. I don't know if it's going to work itself out. I kind of think it would be cool if it did, but this is going to be weird. You kind of understand and how this is going to work, but they have like a balloon shooter thing.
A slingshot.
Slingshot
That they use for their VBS and everything like that. The kids go out and shoot
the
giant
water balloon slingshot that they wanted to bring out. So we're open for
that. Sounds awesome.
Yeah. Anyway, now there's a cache there, and what I wanted to mention, let's get into the caches for a moment. All of the people we've met, and a lot of them are here watching the show.
Everyone's watching on their phone.
Everybody's watching on their phones. Yeah. But it's been great meeting the sort of, what would y'all call ourselves? Western Kansas? Northwestern? I think it's kind of Northwestern. The Northwest Kansas caching community are great. And there are a lot of great caches here already. There'll be some more that are going to be created. But two just published.
Locked the room down so nobody goes get the FTF.
Yeah, we closed the doors because everybody wanted to run out and get these cool gadget caches that have been put in town. So there are gadget caches if you're interested in that sort of thing. There's a lot of
more information already.
There are a lot of creative caches.
A lot of creative
we talked about, and Adi Owen's here, and he's Adi Olson, and he is
Dusty, not a mastermind.
He goes by Dusty's here. He's a lot of times are you in the chat room right now, Dusty? Okay. Say hi in the chat room.
Told you he's watching it. He's watching the video instead of watching the show.
Yeah, he's watching it.
Yeah, they're trying to figure out the puzzle. It's a puzzle.
So he at least wave to us right there. Okay, I got blocked. There he is. He's right there. Wave again. I'm sorry, Dusty. I blocked you. There you are, buddy. All right, good deal. He's created several.
All.
Probably. Very cool. Very, very great caches. He has, and we've been excited, and it's been fun finding caches here locally. He put out a couple new ones. You got plans for more, right? Yeah. Usually. So, especially as we got a mega coming up, we're going to have some more in the area. But
all of Western Kansas, pretty much.
Yeah.
All across I-70 has, and they're called Adi Olson or Olson family. Odie Olson. Sorry.
Odie.
It really has no meaning whatsoever.
Right. Oh,
No meaning, no way to say it. So we're good.
Yeah, we were talking about that last night in our meet and greet. I was like, Dusty, what does Odie mean? He goes, it's Odie. And I go, oh, very sorry. He's like, it doesn't have any meaning to it. Don't worry about it. It's just, so there already are cool caches here. There's going to be more. There are some very cool caches. Yeah. Oh yeah. Scott's right. They're going to go up by about 25%. You're exactly right, buddy. Yeah. Population is going to rise 25% for the mega. But there are a lot of cool caches already, and there'll be a lot of cool ones in the works. So looking forward to that. So Jesse, what are your?
Well, I mean, I know a lot of it can't be announced yet, but I mean, the standard things we haven't talked about. Obviously, there's going to be lab caches, right?
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that. We spent yesterday doing some research. We talked to some locals. We got some more information, and we have sort of collected a lot of great locations for the Adventure Labs. We found some really cool info, and we're starting to build an Adventure Lab series that I think people are going to be happy with and enjoy. They're not going to just be, drive up, look for a name on a sign and drive off. You're going to be able to find very cool stuff. Oh yeah, Burnt Rose is asking about webcams. There's one
Is it Manhattan? Is that the closest?
Wamego would be the closest in Kansas. Then you're going to have to go down to Oklahoma City, and then out by you, Jesse, would be the next closest.
Oh wow, and that'd be about 4.5 hours away, 5 hours away.
So I know a lot of people flying in. So if you're flying in, get it while you're out there. And yes, Wamego is the closest.
Yeah.
But for those icon hunters, you got a maze, you got a mega, you got events, you got all the cache types out there.
Yeah, there'll be a Where I Go. There'll be multi-caches, lab,
Maybe even a new virtual that we can't talk about yet.
Yo, what?
No, we can't talk about it yet.
What? Did I just hear you say something about a virtual?
No,
Yeah,
I did not. I did not say anything about that.
Can't talk about that yet.
No.
There's some Earth caches that are planned for those that love Earth caches. There's a lot of I know.
Yes, Jesse, you're
That's me. That's me over here.
He placed one right now. He'll just sort of throw one along the side of the road. So
yeah.
Jinxer's like, yes, a new virtual. Yeah, we can't talk about that yet.
That's for another show.
That's for another. That really is. Yeah,
that's
for another
definitely
show.
for another show. We can't do that one yet.
No, there are a lot of great stuff in the plans. There really are. There's other stuff that I wish I could talk about, but I can't talk about. So I know you're gonna slap me if I did.
There's going to be any kind of new caches or geo arts out there, so we can't talk about those things either.
Oh, the geo art, yeah. We're going to have that. The geo art's going to be very cool. I think we can talk about the fact that there's going to be that. So
yeah, does the largest groundhog in the world exist?
What's that?
The largest groundhog in the world is over there. Does it still exist?
Well, but facility's closed, so we may have to just send him home with you.
So can we buy that thing or get it after dark? I'm just asking. I don't know.
We can have it made into a gadget cache if we talk to Odie.
Yep.
Oh, that'd be an awesome gadget cache. You could go inside that thing.
Make the large prairie dog into a gadget cache.
Oh, that thing's creepy.
He said it's creepy.
Pretty sure it's concrete.
There you go.
Yep.
Oh, we lost Gary's sound there for a minute.
That's fine. I muted myself. I was trying to tell everybody to get off of Wi-Fi because we're having a little bit of
losing it.
slowness.
So, of all the things that we can announce, can we announce that other thing that you told me about today, or is that not in the? That's probably still in the works too, right?
That I told you about,
Yeah.
or that he told you about.
No, that you told me about.
We don't know what he told you, so
Yeah,
we don't know.
I can't say it either because we'll ruin it. So I can't.
Send
I'll
it in
wait. I'll send you a message.
Send it in private chat, and I can see if I can tell you if that's something that's yeah. Direwolf.
There's the problem, and there's so much information,
Yes.
that you can't. You don't want to ruin anything.
Well,
But
there's a letterbox in town. So if you're trying to add up icons, by the way, while we were talking, letterbox, you can kind of do a little quick search. You can see that there's going to be. You can get a lot of. I mean, surprisingly for this, you really can grab a lot of those. Not yet. Not yet.
oh man,
Yet.
there
No.
was some excitement in my house when you sent me that information.
So
It's in the works.
we are working on a lot
Okay.
of things, but one thing we want to do as a committee is we don't want to release something that won't come true.
Right. Absolutely.
One thing we definitely want to make sure of is if we tell you, it's about a 99% chance,
Yeah.
unless something completely crazy happens, it will happen.
Yeah.
So that's why we keep saying, oh, well, what about this? What about that? Until I have official word from the powers that be, we are going to try and keep it down. And of course, I know they like using the breaking news on their social media, so it helps out quite a bit to have breaking news about once a month. So for another show.
That's for another show.
I sent you another one. What about the other one I sent you?
Oh, let me see. Let me look.
We're just going to tease people all night, not even tell anybody anything.
Kind of in the works.
Oh my gosh.
Can't really talk about
You're killing
that.
me here. You're killing me,
I know.
Smalls.
We are talking for the Friday night and Saturday night event.
Mhm.
We are talking. We've been in discussions with the local folk here, and they're excited. And we're going to try to incorporate. I mean, we've talked to them, but they've got to talk to the people here locally. But there may be additional things that they're going to be able to do. Yeah, I think so. What do you?
Yeah, I haven't had issues. Anybody else have issues with cell phone reception this weekend?
Nope.
So nobody's dropped any calls, and they can hear you now. So
Yep. Everybody's excited. So, yep. No, cell phone's good out here. We're looking for that right now. We're looking for the Colby Cheese Factory. We haven't quite found it yet, so we're going to keep looking around for that. So once we find that, we'll let you know on that, Tom. Thanks for mentioning that.
the peanut gallery, exactly.
We went out to Mingo yesterday. The actual, not just the Mingo, the city of Mingo, the city, the community of Mingo,
unincorporated township.
It's actually listed as a ghost town. Liz is right. It was mentioned as it's technically a ghost town, but it's not really. But it's pretty small. But we actually went out to the cache, checked on it. Everything's good. There are
travel bugs in it.
There are travel bugs. If you're coming through, yeah, grab a travel bug. There's a bunch of them in there. There will be
Not as many.
some fencing up so that people don't get onto the farmer's property, which is nearby. We always remind people, if you come out, do not drive off of. There's no reason to get off the road onto the good folk that have their land that come up almost to Mingo. It's not. There's a county road between it, but
Right.
we're going to have there'll be parking across the street from Mingo. There's a gas station. It's a self-serve gas station. We're going to make sure that we don't block people that want to get there to fill up. So I think that there's a lot of the logistics are being taken care of. So do not worry about things of that nature as far as the amount of people they're going to be here. I don't think we're going to run into an issue now that I've been here. It is a lot of people who are coming, but I think that everything is going to be. We're not going to end up with really any issues. I don't think with that.
Good question, Tom. But currently, we do not, Tom. We are in the talks with the local to assist with that. But again, that's something that's in the further down the road that we are going to try to do. But so far, it doesn't look like it's a possibility. But never say never.
Oh yeah, you're right. The cash at the travel at the church.
I know our travel bugs in there too.
Yep, there are travel bugs in there. A lot of favorited point caches just in the area. So, all right, try to start the process of wrapping up everything. But yeah, good. You may have questions. It's a good time right now. Janice, good question, buddy. I think you would want to maybe do it either before or after.
It's depends if you want. You always have an opportunity to have crowds at Mingo.
Yeah,
I've been out here quite a few times, and quite a few times I drove 1, 2, 3 to 5. 14er when I drove through, and we hit about 6 cars when we came out here for that one. So
hit 6
cars.
Crash.
See me drive.
I have seen you drive.
But depends on how you want to experience Mingo.
Yeah.
If you want to go by yourself that weekend, there's going to be a lot of people, so we don't know. It all depends on the timing. If you happen to come through and you're the only one there, I don't think you'll be by yourself most of the weekend.
Yeah, Bruce made a good point. There will.
You can probably actually log the cache anytime during that weekend, but you definitely want to be there for the events and the ceremonies surrounding that and things that are happening. You know, anytime you're there, you'll be able to log. Mingo is easy to log, right? It's easy to find and easy to get to. You're not going to miss, although people have DNF Mingo before, you're not going to miss Mingo. You can log it anytime, but you definitely want to be ready to go to the event and do things like that. So,
Bug on the bumper, the fun one.
Yep. Jinx, some people mentioned about the one across the street. Yep. Dave was asking about caches in it's not it's Thomas County. Colby is the city of Thomas, but I don't know. There's several.
There will be more.
Look on a map. If you look on the map, you kind of see there will be even more. Well, there's going to be a GeoArt is in the planning.
Nobody knows.
So, Dave, there is going to be. We don't know the exact amount, but what is your current
the GeoArt?
Yeah,
we're definitely going to
50,000 at least.
Don't tell people that. They're going to think you're telling the
things come out of Jesse's mouth may or may not be true.
Right. Oh, so here's a good question.
Yeah.
CETO. Do you think we'll be able to get a CETO put together?
Yeah. We had some talks about CETO. We don't want to do just the normal pick up trash.
CETO.
Yeah, we had discussion today that we want to kind of do a like a CETO that isn't just picking up trash. We want to do something for the community. So the guess is there's about 20-ish. Dusty said that. So pet friendly. I'm not sure. We'll have to find out.
No, and we'll that information we'll survey all that as it gets closer to time. But I think the best resource for that is go to Mingo 2020, and they're going to add new news to that. There's also a Facebook group. They're going to be able to add information to that as time gets closer. And you can also submit questions as well. There's a way to contact.
Yep.
I would say that the biggest problem with the CETO, having been involved in megas before, is you potentially have a couple thousand people in town,
Right.
It is very difficult to find one location where you can bring that many people to at one time and not cause more damage than you're fixing. So there are ways to do it, like set up multiple areas and extend the time out so people don't have to arrive all at one time. But that's a logistics issue. You don't want to do it just to check off a block and have a CETO for no reason. You want to actually add something to the area and not take something away. So those are why those are so hard to do around megas. Although, just like everybody else, I like getting all the icons. I understand what you don't want to come in. We're going to clean your park up. 2,000 people come in there and tear it all up. That would not leave a good impression for geocachers. So
no, you're right. I don't know about the Saturday event if it's pet friendly or not.
We will check on that tomorrow to verify.
We'll find out. We'll put it on the website.
Yeah, it will definitely be on the cache pages. We'll put if it is dog friendly or not.
Yeah.
There is a attribute for that, so we will put that on there. I know that it is a city location, so I'm not sure what the local guidelines are for that.
Right. Yeah. Well, and we're going to be working on that. Obviously, behind the scenes, we're going to try to figure out everything we can. And then once again, we wouldn't announce that before we know we can make it work.
Yeah.
But obviously, anything we can add, we're going to try to add, right? So,
right. No.
Here's one thing that also comes up on Megas quite often, and we may not have a plan for that, but it came up, and it kind of came up in the chat room, so I'm going to bring it up. What about trackables? So that is one of those things that ends up dying in every Mega.
Yes.
We've not even discussed it yet.
Yeah. So there's a couple different ways to do that. We'll try to come up with some information. Bare minimum, come out and just drop them in every cache in town, right?
Yeah.
Every cache in Colby now has 20 trackables in it.
Well, the good thing is with all the gadget and creative caches, there are locks on a lot of the gadget caches. So they're a little more safe from muggles. So you can drop them all in all of his gadget caches.
Yeah. Yeah. If you guys have a way to create some crop circles, we go out and make a signal crop circle out the door.
Gary's joking. Do not tear up anybody's field. Do not do that.
Yeah, you'll get shot. These farmers are not gonna joke around with you getting all
no, do not tear up their livelihood. That will not be good for us.
Yeah, don't do that.
No. So as time comes, we'll answer those questions like what to do with trackables. Are we going to be able to have a CETO? Is everything good? What's going to be dog friendly? What's not? All those things are really good questions. And as it comes closer to closer and everything's submitted, I think we'll have time. And then those 2 or 3 things that Gary and Ryan and I were just chatting about behind the scenes, we'll be able to announce those as well coming up. So,
well, and even the one you didn't even put in the chat room that I thought you were going to put in there, the very big announcement that I can't make.
Which one is this? You better send it to me in private chat.
No, I'll put it in the private chat. Sorry.
You actually have done great this show. You haven't leaked any information that you weren't supposed to.
This one is the one I'm talking about.
Even if people,
I didn't leak that.
We can't talk about that.
No, we can't. No.
But it's going to be awesome.
I am very excited about it. That is going to potentially change the landscape of the history of geocaching for a while. So.
Apple, yeah.
Wheat Jesus?
Yeah.
No, Wheat Jesus. There's a cache now at Wheat Jesus, by the way.
There's that too.
There's one there. At Wheat Jesus. It's this. If people don't know what we're talking about, there's a sign that, there is something.
Yeah, there is something bigger than the maze. Yes, absolutely.
There is. Yeah, there's actually something that's even bigger, which is hard to say because the maze is awesome. I mean, that's
Let the cat out of the cache. And here's my other favorite, cache tease.
Yeah, that's for another show. But as soon as we get confirmation on the really big news, we'll let you guys know as soon as we find out the details on that one. So, all right, let's start to wrap up.
As we wrap up, we need to mention this too.
Yeah, no talk about the leaderboard. Sorry. Yeah, why don't we talk about that? Go ahead, Jesse. Talk a little bit about that.
The leaderboard has officially finished. Obviously, for those that are just joining in now, over the last couple months or few months, we got to participate in a demo project for geocaching headquarters.
Yep.
We're testing out a new feature that they're working on, the leaderboard, which potentially could be teams and scoring and some things like that. all the patrons, they allowed all the patrons of our show to be able to participate in that for 3 months. It was 90 days.
Yep.
And that just came to an end.
Yep.
They're tabulating all the information, send it over to us, and we are going to be able to give prizes and do awards just like we said we were, and break it out into categories, do all kinds of neat stuff with it, and see how it really turned out. The good news is everybody that participated in that is going to get a prize.
Yeah, we've got
very, very exclusive prize, and they can choose whether they share it with the world or not, but
right.
it's going to be a very exclusive prize. And then we're going to have some information, and all the information is going to be on our website afterwards.
Yes.
So even for people that didn't get to participate, they'll be able to see that information afterwards. And the big part of that is there's a big quiz, and we're going to tabulate all the information, send it back to headquarters, and that's going to help shape how this big, new, exciting part of geocaching is going to roll out in the future.
Right.
So that was a really cool thing. I mean, it was fun anyway to compete and do those fun things, but it's also fun to be a part of something that's going to be part of geocaching from this point on. And it'll take a little while for all that data to be crunched, obviously.
Yeah.
But you'll hear more about that soon. We will most likely, we will be doing a show to tabulate that in the future. So we'll bring more information about that really soon as we have all the information.
Real quick, as far as lackeys, Owen, we're thinking that Rock Chalk will probably be making a trip out, I would think.
Nothing official yet.
Nothing official.
Just like with the lackeys and everybody else, there's a lot of traveling going on next year. Have not heard anything official yet. I know I was down at Coin Fest. The lackeys that were down there, they were interested in coming up, but it's all up to them or up to HQ if they actually are able to send any out to us.
Yeah, there is. I sent it over. If you didn't get it, I can send the link to the patrons again for the survey. Oh, yeah, show that to people so they can see what that. Hang on. Let me.
Is that the Wee Jesus?
Yeah, that is. Let me see. It's odd.
There we go.
But
it's one of those oddities that are out there.
It is an oddity. It really is because it's well known now. It's one of those weird doodads, I guess, along the side of the road. And Dusty put a cache out there, so we're excited to. They have another. There's one there now, which is cool because we talked about it. It's like there's not a cache at Wheat Jesus. Come on.
And as we were saying it was actually there.
Yeah.
Just was not published yet.
Yeah, it was crazy. We were there periscoping. Yeah, we missed each other barely for that.
Big Butter Jesus in Ohio?
Yeah, there is a cache there now, Owen. Yep.
Yeah. So I will say one more time real quick, and I know we're going to do it again, but please, everybody that participated in the leaderboard.
Yeah, please do the survey.
Respond to that survey. That's really important. That's the most important part of this whole thing that we got to participate in, and is going to be very valuable for headquarters.
Yeah, and one thing to let the patrons know, we'll finish up with that talk, but we're going to do a get-together, a StreamYard with the patrons. Because the survey is a little bit light, it doesn't give you as much opportunity to give a lot of good information on that. But at least fill that out. And then we plan on meeting with Brian Roth and some of the other folks at headquarters to give them more information going forward because they're wanting to roll out a different leaderboard possibility for the public. And so we want to give them as much information about what we experienced. We had some bumps in the road.
Which is to be expected with something experimental, right?
It was, yeah. We had a little bit of issues getting started. I had some issues getting everybody inputted into the system. Nothing big. I mean, it was, like I said, it was beta. We understood that some of the scoring we had problems with, and so we had to scrap the favorited ones, and so that. Was frustrating for some people. But
you know what? For an experiment that went live that quickly, I think it went great. But
no, I agree.
Yeah, and we'll get into the details of that as we do that show or whatever, and make sure we get that good information back to them. So
yep. All right. Well, let's finish up. I guess, Ryan, I'll let you kind of wrap up your thoughts of what are your final thoughts on?
It's been a long weekend. I think very little sleep all weekend, and it's not over yet. Tomorrow is another big day. I know we won't have another show for a little bit, but there's going to be more information coming out tomorrow. I know the maze has been talked about for quite a while, and yes, it's official. It is back.
Yeah.
It's going to be coming on up. We have a location for it. All the other stuff that we did this weekend is, like I said, I've eaten my way through town, so we will have information out there of our suggestions. Just the brains are in this room, and we've talked to all weekend, just getting what people like that have been out in this area, to try and give people who are coming to the area the best opportunity to see the different locations.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out on the Facebook pages, and also the website. Look on that very soon. You will be seeing updates.
Yep.
Something that, again, not putting out tonight, but you will be seeing swag coming out very soon.
Yeah.
We're putting the final touches on what we are doing and how we are doing it. We are not doing registration packages, but we are going to be having swag for sale. So keep an eye out for that.
Yeah.
One of the things we weren't able to solidify this weekend just due to all the other stuff we've been doing.
Yep.
So,
But looking forward to that. That'd be great. So, all right. Yep. Thanks, Ryan. Jesse, I don't know. Of course, you weren't able to be here, but
No, but from what I know so far, one thing is Gary and I are very lucky to be able to help out with this event because Ryan and his crew know so much about hosting megas that this thing is going to be awesome. So you can't ask for a better crew to be putting this thing on. And there is going to be everything for every geocacher at this event, from the stuff that I already know about from behind the scenes and stuff that you've already announced. Anybody that goes to megas, has their own style of caching. This one that has been thought of, and there's going to be something for everybody there. So besides the fact there's historic events going on and there's, anniversaries and big things like that going on and fun stuff like that, there's going to be stuff for everybody at this event. And I'm glad that we get to be a part of announcing things as they come out because that's so much fun. We love breaking news.
yeah.
And we love getting to be part of first anything. And this is going to have some firsts and stuff. So this is going to be great. The other thing I'm going to say, and I know you're going to mention our upcoming shows coming up, but I just got to remind people.
Yep.
We have the Where I Go show coming up. For this to be
Next Sunday.
successful, you have to complete your homework.
Yep. Get your cache put out, not published, but get it out.
Build your cache page. Know where you're going to put your cache out. Have the coordinates, whether you've put it out or not, although you should go ahead and put it out. Put your container out. Get ready, and we're going to build a Where I Go live on the show as I attempt live to teach Gary how to build a Where I Go. So
Right.
we don't know how that. We haven't practiced this ahead of time. So we're going to see what happens as we all build one live, and I instruct Gary on how to build one.
Yep.
He's going to put out his own. He's done Where It Goes before, but
Well, hopefully we can put out 20 or so. That'd be interesting. If everybody could do one during the show, it'd be very cool.
yeah, how cool would that be if 20, 30, 40, 50 Where It Goes got submitted to reviewers at the end of Geocache Talk Show?
Yep.
That would be.
Well, it's good too for people who would like to do one, but they kind of started to do one like, I don't want to do one right now. So.
Will this be a 3-hour show?
No.
No, it won't be a 3-hour show because if you do your homework ahead of time and you download your Wigo ahead of time
Yeah, you gotta get your Wigo.
and you download the cartridge that will be ready and live on our website by Friday night, you will already have the template to start with. And we're going to walk through, explain everything, customize it, and have it done and ready by the end of the show. It will not be a 3-hour show.
No. There's the link in case you want to go grab the yourwego.cz. Say it's
And of course, under our resources tab.
Yeah.
We've already won now. If you want to play it, start playing with it now. But by Friday night, we'll have the one that we're going to do for the Sunday show. I didn't want to release it ahead of time because we don't want it to show up before we do it live, right? But go on there Friday night, download the template, upload it, and we will be ready to go by the show, and you can walk through it. Even if you've done them before, and maybe you're great at them, still get on. We'll all walk through it together, and it'll be because our chat room has such knowledgeable people. If anybody's lagging behind, we'll have a lot of people to help. So this should be a very fun experiment. You know that we're not afraid to fail, so we're going to try it. So
That's right. We're going to do it. Go to geocachetalk.com/where I go templates and download the template. Your We Go is really the best builder out
it's
there.
by far the easiest and cleanest to use.
Yeah, by far. And so Tom's asking about. It's just like a regular traditional cache, I would guess, right, Jesse? Or
Yep. So we're going to do a basic one, right? We're not going to do anything complicated because there's no way we could build it within an hour.
right.
The template will be, a question type where I go, where you can go and find it at the end. It's a pretty simple one, but if you can build one of these, we'll talk about how you can tweak that and make a lot for this. You can hide any size, any type of container that you want. Obviously, the cooler the container, the better, because it just shoots those favorite points up. But you won't need anything else other than your Go and the cartridge, the template we're going to download, and we'll walk through the whole thing at the end.
Yeah.
So you don't need anything else. You do have to be on a PC. So if anybody doesn't know that, you have to be on a PC for this. So
Yeah. Or a Mac
no, you cannot do it on a Mac.
PC.
It has to be on a PC. So
I don't know. TJ's right about Where You Go. We used the other one. I don't think there is a Where You Go one. Is there?
Where You Go is an app there is an app called Where You Go. And,
okay.
and there's some other builders out there, but we're not going to touch any of those other ones. We're not going to confuse anything. Can it be a play anywhere where I go? We can absolutely do that too. So
Yeah.
I'll tell you, when we do it live, we'll be able to change the settings, whether you want it to be play anywhere or whether you want it to start at a certain location. We can do that live, and I'll give everybody the option to be able to do that as we're building it. So,
Yeah. We'll talk about.
do your homework, and then we'll have a great fun show next week. So
And then in 2 weeks, we're going to, because I know people have asked, and I know I don't know much about it. I know that Ryan will be able to help in the chat room with, and Jesse knows all about creating GeoArt. So if you ever wondered about how you would go about creating, making a signal-looking GeoArt or a star or whatever it is, we're going to do that in 2 weeks. Show 175 on the 17th, and on the 24th, we're going to have 2 of the 3 happy campers on the show. We might have the third one. The third of the 3 happy campers is their dog, so that'll be fun. But the 3 happy campers are going to be on the show in 3 weeks, and they live in Tennessee, and we're having a lot of fun talking to them. They're vloggers with a V, and so they'll be fun to talk to. And then, like I said, Podcast Hope's not too far away either. So starting to get your plans to try to be able to be available for December 1st to watch the show. So, all right. Well, I guess that's it, Jesse. Are you ready to wrap things up?
Yep. Well, unfortunately, since I'm not there with you guys and I don't get to hang out after this, I'm sad. But
we're going to hopefully go do an FTF. At least
I
2 of them.
know that's ridiculous.
Depends on the puzzle people have.
Did everybody finish the puzzle?
Did we finish the puzzle?
All right, let's finish. We're ready.
We got puzzle
no,
solved?
not
All
there.
right. We're off to the. This will be great.
All right, go have fun without me.
All right, hang on. We're getting there. Let me get this done right. All right, here we go.
Folks, we hope you've enjoyed the show tonight, as well as our new format. Please email us your comment at geocachetalk@gmail.com. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. The show can be found on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Radio Public, or Spotify, as well as at the Geocache Talk website. Don't forget to click that subscribe button below and ring that bell notification so that you can see and hear the show on a weekly basis. And tell your friends about the show. Get them involved with us in the chat room. And until next week, don't just talk about geocaching, go geocaching.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.